he's like, oh no, that's okay.
Well, good evening, and welcome. Friends, it's great to be with you tonight as we celebrate the B-17 Alliance Foundation preview show in anticipation of the big annual Christmas Gala coming up on Monday. We're going to run through everything you need to know to participate and support B-17 Alliance, and it wouldn't be a B-17 Alliance Foundation event if we didn't have our executive director, Terry Scott, with us, and we want to go to Terry. Welcome. How are you?
I'm enjoying that we're here, that we can actually feel close to each other, and that we're going to share.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And what a great cause. I mean, the things that you guys do, restoring the Lacey Lady, that flying fortress, and all the goodwill that you spread, not only with veterans, but also in protecting the heritage of our country and sharing with the youth. Tell us, just to give us a quick snapshot of why we are raising money and why it's so important.
You know, Patrick, the whole year has been crazy, right?
Yeah.
We have something strong to hold on to here. We have something, a foundation for America that can tell a plethora of stories. It can honor our veterans and it can educate the next generation. We can teach patriotism. We can honor the greatest generation who has so many strong characters that we must remember. You know, we must remember them and all the things that they did for our country. And I could go on all day about the goodness that we can get from all this. My phone.
Don't let them get away. They don't mess up your hair. They don't mess up mine, right? So.
I feel like I should have a microphone like a pilot, you know?
Yeah, well, then somebody would order an Egg McMuffin if you did that. So yeah, you don't want to go there. But no, this is great fun. And hey, we made a big change. You know, last year we gathered together, a bunch of friends and supporters got together, and we were planning to do that again. And obviously, the things that happened, COVID and all the different things that everybody already knows about, happened, and so we're adopting this new environment, and it's exciting, right, Terry? I mean, we're able to reach a group that many more people than we could ever have at a gathering event, whether it was last year or this year. It doesn't matter. You know, the power of the internet. We have an opportunity to reach out and spread the word about what's going on at B-17 Alliance. So, and speaking of that, I want to, we've got some viewers watching us right now, and I want to encourage them, go ahead and type into that comment box below the viewing window and tell us, you know, say hi, tell us who you are and tell us where you're at. We're actually going to have some room for questions here at the end of the show tonight. So feel free to ask some questions and we'll try to answer those as we go or at the end. But really our goal tonight, Terry, was to give everybody a preview of what they can anticipate with the event on Monday night, right? And how they can participate. So let's start with recognizing that our online auction is already open, correct?
Yeah, there's some great stuff on there too, you guys. Really fun things that you might not expect. And like somebody told me, a wide variety, a very big wide variety.
Yeah. Big hi from Ned, Terry.
Hey, Ned. Hi.
Yeah. So there you go. See, way to go, Ned. Be the first.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's, you know, what I wanted to do, Terry, was I wanted to walk people through, if we could, and give them an understanding of just exactly what it means to get involved and to participate in the online auction. So I was going to just walk them through it from right where you start until how you bid and how to watch the show on Monday night. Does that sound like a plan for you?
Sounds great.
Okay, so let's do that. We're going to kick over. And I'm going to share a screen with everybody. This is just a standard web browser. Could be whatever one you use. And the most important thing that you're going to want to remember is that you're going to want to go to B-17 Alliance. And that's the normal website of the organization. And you type in b17alliance.com. And you are going to see a pop-up window that will say, on December 7th, in honor of Pearl Harbor Day, we'll be celebrating, and this is the event link. And so you're going to click on RSVP, and that is going to take you to our auction page or our event page. And once we're there, you're going to see everything that you need to know about the event is all in one place, Terry. That's what makes this fun. And we've got little information about why we're doing this. You'll see that there's online bidding is open now, and there's some pictures of the different things that are available to bid. You can see our preview show is right here. So if you had clicked on this, it would have taken you to the Facebook, and you would have been able to see the show that we're doing right here together right now. In addition, you can also make a cash donation if you want to, which is great. You can pick one of these preset amounts, or you can choose the amount of your choice. But the exciting part is bidding, right? And so the first thing that you're going to want to do is start up here at the top and click on register. And once you do, it's going to have you fill out this quick form. It will collect your credit card information to make it easy for you to check out at the end. And we have to do that with an audience as wide as we're having around the country. We just need to do that. But no charges go to your credit card until you authorize them. We just need to know that you're in a position to pay if you end up winning an item. Now, I'm already registered, Terry, so I'm just going to click on the sign in button, and I'm going to type in my email, and that way it will take me into the system. And so from there, let's go back to that home page. And now I'm in, okay? And let's go to the auction catalog and check out all the wonderful packages. You got some really cool packages here. I want to bring up at the first here, you'll notice that it says live package number 1, right? Live package number 2. Those are packages that we're going to actually close during the live stream on Monday night. So they're part of the program. We'll introduce them, we'll take bids on them, and then we'll also close them and sell them right during the show. The rest of the items are available for bidding. How about that package right there? Every 2A enthusiast is going to love that one. That's all I'm going to say. But if you're watching right now, you're a 2A enthusiast.
You guys, this thing he's talking about is so unique. There is not ever going to be another one like it.
Never will be.
Incredible. It's got our tail number as the registration number. The Lacy Lady is the name. I'm not looking at the pictures, so I don't know exactly how the lady fits into it, but she's actually engraved in name and her complete artwork on the gun, firearm.
Yeah.
And it's really an incredible, and they did some fun things to it as well. There's a flap on it that I didn't get a picture of, unfortunately, but it does flap up, and there's words underneath the flap as well as on top of the flap. It is dedicated to veterans. It is one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time as far as firearms go.
Not only is it an incredibly, fine working piece made by a legendary gunsmith, Bob Hafey, out in Malino, but this is something that is an unbelievable conversational piece, and something that is really, really, I think is quite honestly the highlight of the whole auction. I think, for the right people, this is a cool package. But let's go ahead and look through here. I want to show people, Terry, I want to give them a chance. Recognize that people can bid from all over the country. They can bid wherever they're at. And I know you put in the deal when you register, you explain to people that, hey, we've got 2 locations, one in Salem, one in Milwaukee, Oregon, that we can schedule a pickup when you win the item, or the organization is happy to ship it, recognizing that the buyer is going to be responsible for the shipping cost. And so I want to make sure our friends around the country are, know that they can bid and know that we'll get them taken care of. Hey, I got to reach out and say hello to Kevin Burnett down in Salem, and Rachel Smith's on the video with us. I'm sure both are great friends of yours there, Terry.
They are. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
This is your preview on how to do it. So
this is how we do it. So
champs.
There we go. So with that being said, I want to show people how to bid, right? So the important thing here is, let's go to pick any item, okay? And when you do, you'll go in and you'll see more detail about that item, right? And this is the incredible blower that was, gas operated.
I'm looking at that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I think that would look great on Jason running around the neighborhood.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not something you're going to wear.
He's got this monster one, and I'm thinking this is a nice lightweight one that'll be great for me.
I suspect Jason is the Tim Allen in the neighborhood. Is that right? I mean, he's the ultimate.
Yes, he has a lot of tools.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyhow, let's talk about how you're bidding. Once you're registered, right, you're going to see that the bidding ends on this item in 5 days on December 7th at 8 o'clock. Now that's Pacific Standard Time, right? The important thing I want to draw your attention to is this. It says bidding ends in 5 days plus anti-sniping. Now, what anti-sniping means in the auction business is that people in the online world, if it's a timed auction, Terry, people can write a script, they call it, so that they bid at the last possible millisecond before the closing of a timed auction. And so that really irritates some people, right? So in the online auction world, we have created what's called anti-sniping. And what happens is if an item receives a bid within 2 minutes of its closing time, so in other words, in this case, at 7:58 or closer to 8 o'clock, it will automatically extend the bidding time an additional 5 minutes, okay?
Oh.
And so what's neat is the software, if you got outbid, then you would receive a text or an email, whichever you designated in your registration, that says, hey, you've been outbid. You need to bid now, right? And you would have 5 more minutes to bid if it was right there at the closing time. Now, that will continue to extend. So in other words, you make a bid in the last 2 minutes of that 5-minute window, it'll extend it another 5 minutes, right? So it could go on forever until the bidding is done. Which is great because as an auctioneer, hey, Harry, that's what we do. I mean, I don't say, hey, it's 8 o'clock. We're not going to take any more bids. We don't want to raise any more money.
I like it.
So this is when this is an auction, right? This is not a garage sale. So 5 days now, December 7th, 8 o'clock. That's when we're going to start closing. We call it a soft close because of the anti-sniping. The current bid on this item is at $25. It says the next bid must be at $35, which is fabulous, okay? But maybe I know that this unit is worth, what, maybe $150, $200? I mean, it's a really nice unit. So I'm going to say, you know what? I want to bid $100 on it. Well, I type in $100 and I hit that bid button, okay? And instantly it's going to say your bid is now at $35. And you're going to be confused, Terry, right? Because
what's going on? I just gave it $100.
I typed in 100, but now it says I bid 35. Oh my goodness, right? Don't freak out, okay? What it means is because this little blue box right here is checked. It says place as a proxy bid, okay? And what that means is that the software will bid for you up to the amount that you have designated as your high bid. So when you said it was 100, then it will automatically put you in at the next increment, which is 35. Now, if Jason got on the computer and he bid 45, it would automatically
happens
55, right? Which is possible, right? And so, and so then the next one, it would kick to 75 all the way up to $100. And so you would get a notice when it got to you needed to bid more than $100, then it would tell you so, and you could go back in and do that, right? So really cool feature of the software, the proxy bid option. So don't be confused, folks. We're not going to, we don't want you to think it's not paying attention to you. It's actually doing the work for you. So I always encourage people, Terry, to take advantage of that. Look at a package, be excited about it, say, hey, what's the most that I would be willing to provide to the B-17 Alliance to win this item, okay? And then type in that amount and hit bid. Right? Just make sure this.
Me, my figures.
Yeah. Make sure that proxy bid button is clicked right there, okay? And then it'll make the bids for you, and it'll let you know when you get outbid. And you know what? It's possible that you win this item for less than that maximum bid, right? If nobody else bids more than the $35, which was the next increment, then you will get it for the $35. So really cool. The other thing I want to draw attention to while we're sitting here is you can click on this star right here, and that'll mean that you're tracking that item, whether you bid or not.
That's cool.
So when you check in, when you log back in later to check on some items, it'll pull up the start items for you first. the other thing that's really neat, and I say this to all the spouses in the world out there, right? When you see that package that, like you've got that great Hood River package in the auction this trip, and maybe that sounds like a romantic getaway, right?
It is a good one.
It's a great one. So put a little pressure on that loved one. When you click on the Facebook button or the Twitter button, it will post it on your page, that item. Okay. So then you can kind of drop that special hint to Jason to say, hey, Hood River could be nice, and put it right on the Facebook so all of his buddies can see that you put a little pressure on him, and they'll know that
oh, he loves that.
Bid it up, right? It's going to a good cause. So anyhow, great features of the software, and a lot of fun to make bids. Okay. So that's how that works. Now, what you're going to notice is that we have some live auction items. I mentioned them a little bit earlier. When you can bid on those now, right? So like the current bid on this is a cool package, really cool package from Virgil. Let's look at this one. Now you notice right away, Terry, because it's a live package, there is no proxy bid. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So there's no proxy bidding on a designated live package. Okay. And so you just click on the bid and you can make it whatever. So if you decided the next bid needs to be 175, but you say on this one, hey, I'm willing to spend $500 to fly around with Virgil, and see the Willamette Valley or see the Oregon coast, then type in 500, but that is your bid. You have bid $500, and if no one outbids you, then you're going to win that item for 500. Okay. So when you make your bid on a live package and they're designated, it says live package, there's no proxy bid option, then you bidding what you are bidding. Okay.
Okay.
And then let's talk about, I want to come back and we'll highlight a couple of these packages. This package right here is really cool. That T6 Texan flight, and hanging out in a Model A Ford, our good friend Bob's going to pick them up. I imagine Punky's.
Oh, there's a beautiful photo of the cars too. I put them in today.
Let's look at them.
Cars.
Let's look at them. I don't say it's going to be
Keep
there.
going. There's a lot of pictures in this one.
Yeah, there you go. Looky there. We recognize.
Isn't it gorgeous? It's an amazing looking car.
What a phenomenal car.
Well, and the cool one about this is that you get to go to lunch or dinner, probably lunch, at some place in Aurora. There's some amazing restaurants, and they're just going to take you out right when you're done flying.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Lunch. So that's a pretty cool opportunity.
Yeah, and a great time, and there will be no shortage of stories with Bob and Punky involved, right?
Are you kidding? Right?
Yeah. So bid it up, folks. This is a great package. Bid high, bid often. And you know what I always tell people, Terry? The last bid wins. Okay. So, bid high, bid often. Recognize even if you don't win it, you're helping B-17 Alliance because you made somebody else bid higher, right?
Right.
But if you want it, make sure you're the last bid because that is going to be the winner. So some cool stuff. What we talked about, this is a cool live package too. Hanging out with Brent McNeil and doing some hunting. I mean, he's an incredibly avid hunter, hunts private land, hunts public land, but he's going to be taking you to some private land hunt if you win this package. This is pretty darn cool. Look at all those birds you got there.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then, the other thing is just, it's always great to have that incredible experience and have your own photos, but, right away, you're going to come home with this DU print right here. And you'll have something to be thinking about. What a gorgeous Ducks Unlimited print that is. And this, Terry, I see this trip can be scheduled all the way through the 2022 season. Yeah. So I know that, people are a little nervous about our situation right now, and maybe you don't think you're going to get out, between now and the end of season, mid-January, whatever it is, late January is the end of duck season usually. But this goes through the 2022 season. So you got plenty of time. So bid it up right now. This is a steal at $100. People clearly do not recognize the value of how cool this would be to spend a little hunting with Brent. And this is for you and one more person. So
yeah, and he's really fun, and he makes you lunch. He provides you a meal, And he's really, I mean, I see him on Facebook all the time with, every time he goes hunting, he's got something, you know?
He's always got birds.
Mm-hmm.
You got to love that. You got to love
Mm-hmm.
that, Hunter. So this is great. And so, bid it up, bid high, bid often. Here we go.
And don't you love that photo? I fell in love with that painting.
Yeah.
As a photo paint.
Absolutely. And,
Mhm.
here's one of my favorite items in the auction. And I tried to not bid, being involved in as many events as I am, but this one might get my attention. I think this is so cool. This is a custom metal piece of art that has the artwork that's off the nose of the Lacey Lady, as I understand it. Is that correct?
Yes, our nose art, our custom designed nose art.
Looky there, somebody just bid. Say, yeah, I love it.
Awesome, isn't that fun?
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah, that is great time. Okay. So anyhow, this is custom nose art. There's some cool stories behind this. But what's neat to me is that they can even customize it and put a name next to it so that you've got that special person in your life you want to recognize. Maybe there's a veteran in your maybe a grandparent or something that was in World War II. What a cool way to recognize them and have their name engraved on here, or pass it on to your grandchildren, pass it on to that great client who's a big enthusiast. Really, really a cool piece. And
I'll have a special piece on Monday to share with you about this regarding this piece. So
That's
when
awesome.
you get on Monday, there'll be some new stuff to show you then too.
Yeah, and our friends at Squadron Posters, what a great group of people they are at Squadron Posters, and their incredible support of this project is it's outrageous, and we couldn't be more appreciative of our friends over at Squadron Posters, because they've got several pieces in the auction, and they did some cool stuff. So there's some great items. You just got to peruse them. I think there's 50 items total. There's something for everybody. This one's been popular so far. I had to look up. I apologize, Terry. I had to look it up. What Wham was. And,
oh, really? You didn't know?
I didn't know, right?
It is amazing. It's probably the largest automobile airplane museum. I mean, it's right up there with the Smithsonian kind of stuff. It's big.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I looked up the website, and then I actually went in and I edited the description just in case somebody was as dumb as me and didn't know what the Wham was. But it's a Western Antique Airplane and Automobile Museum, and
right.
And this package has got the ride the rails.
I got to tell you about that rail ride. I did that rail ride one time for my birthday. It's a dinner ride.
Oh, wow.
Gorgeous. And it's a vintage railroad, and it goes up from Hood River, so down by the gorge, all the way up to the mountain, and you get dinner, and then you come back down again. And it's really fun. It's really a historical type of railroad ride.
Yeah.
Then we also added the Hood River Hotel to that, which is a wonderful historic hotel in Hood River that they rebuilt. So, I'm from Hood River, and that's why I wanted to get this package so badly.
Yeah. No, this is a really cool. Look at the lobby there.
It's really, really cool. And they do a lot of live music. So maybe you can plan your trip around when they have live music in the lobby.
Absolutely. And this will have a late expiration, right? So, everybody will be able to take advantage of it.
Yes, that's one of the things we tried to do with this entire auction was make things so that they're not going to expire right away and that we have time to use them.
Yeah. And people have been really flexible. I know, being in the industry and doing a lot of these events, we've done a lot of these virtual events, and our donors have been incredibly gracious. And working with people, they want you to come and visit their place, and they want you to come there, see what's beautiful, whether it's the train or it's the hotel or it could be anything, right? And so they're being flexible. So here's one. Right now at $110, you couldn't stand in the lobby of that hotel for.
The room at the hotel is valued at about $300.
Yeah. So bid it up, bid high, bid often, and remember, the last bidder wins, right? So yeah, no, that's cool stuff. Let's look at. I want to talk about what's going to happen on Monday night. Okay, and Monday night when we're doing the show, you and I are going to be in the studio. We've got some incredible video testimonials and showcasing all the many, many people associated with the Lazy Lady Project. A lot of your volunteers and docents that have been involved in the project. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's
The
gonna be
videos,
really cool.
I'm so proud of them for doing these videos because I know it's not always easy to be in front of the camera, and they have done an excellent job of sharing their passion and why they're involved and what they're doing to help. And I'm really excited to share those things with you all.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show and a lot of fun. But when we come to the live auction, you're going to hear me say from the studio, "Hey folks, it's time for us to do our auction." And I want you to go to that live auction button in the top of your screen right there in the toolbar, and it says live auction. And when you click on that, what's really cool is, Terry, if you're watching this on a computer, if you're watching it on your phone, when you registered, we sent you an email that told you to download the app. Okay. And I'm going to encourage all of our guests that night to have one device to watch the event on, right? So they can see your beautiful face and hear the wonderful stories and all the great volunteer stories that we have to share with them and stories about the plane. But then I want them to use their phone, their cell phone, as their bidding device, right?
Yeah.
And so what's really cool about that is once you download the app, then you will have the bidding app, and you'll just go up to the top and where it says live auction, click on that. And then we'll be controlling what's on this screen for you on your app. And when we go to live package number 1, the Lacy Lady, the nose art we talked about earlier, it will show you, and you can just click right on that. And
also, when we're actually talking about the item, it will pull up on their phone.
That is correct.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. And so it'll populate just that item on the deal. And you can see, now we hide the names of the people who are bidding, okay, because we don't want to embarrass anybody. We don't want anybody to get too competitive, right? But, and then when we sell that item, then we'll go to the next item, right? And it'll populate on their phone. So you'll always know what you and I are talking about. And hey, I'm going to say it again on Monday night, but I'm going to say it now. Recognize that as wonderful as the technology is, right? There is a little bit of a lag in time from when you and I say something in the studio to when it goes through the internet and across all the airwaves and lands in somebody's ear sitting on their couch at home. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you it's probably 5 to 10 seconds at the most, but this is not the auction to wait till the last second to bid. Okay. Because for that donor, and I love them when we're all together and they want to give me the nose, or they want to give me the, they give me the under the table deal. Doesn't work in the online environment.
You can try it at home to have fun. We want you to have fun, but don't forget you push the button. Yeah,
don't be a big shot without pushing the button, right? So definitely we want them to hit the button. Don't waste any time and bid away. So what'll happen on Monday night, Terry, during the show is we're going to sell these 5 packages right live, right in the show. You'll describe them. We'll talk about them. We'll look at where the bid is. We'll give folks just a couple of minutes to make their last and final bids. And then while they're doing that, we'll show them one of these videos of our friends, the volunteers or the docents or both projects, associated with the plane. And then we'll come back and we will sell it, right? So about 3 minutes per item. Okay. So we want to make sure that people realize that that's how that works and that we don't get any surprises. Okay. And that will be great. So let me ask you, I haven't received any questions as of yet, but if somebody out there has a question, please just click on it in the comments and it will show up right here, and we will be able to put it right on the screen. So like I could put on, there's our buddy Rachel. There's wonderful Rachel saying hello. We mentioned Kevin reached out to us earlier. There's his comment coming in on Facebook and Ned. So
nice.
If you've got a question and you're not sure how to do something, let us know right now, and we'll be happy to answer it right here on the live preview show. Because people, as Terry, if there's one question, it's usually there's not only just one person that has it.
Oh yeah.
Right? So you're
Yeah.
always helping somebody else too. So that's very important. So I'm going to kick us back to here because we're kind of, we're not too far from being done, but I want to make sure that people have an opportunity to, ask us any questions that they may have.
Right.
Or
I want to invite people to on Monday when they come. I'm going to be in my 40s attire. I'm going to dress up for you. And I think you could do that. I had talked to some people today that said they might do that too.
There you go.
Why not? Dress up, have some fun with it. Get 1940s drink out. I'll be drinking wine, but you can drink your Manhattan or your martini or whatever it is you want to drink.
Are you bringing wine to the studio there, Terry?
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of a wino, so maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's all part of the fun, right? You're a veteran.
Right. Well, this is a party. I usually don't until it's over. Right?
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Right. Well, isn't that the fun part, about doing this virtual is that
right?
We don't have to worry about anybody getting a cold meal. We don't have to worry about anybody where they're sitting.
Right.
Pick your own seat. Go to the restroom when you want. Don't worry about that. There's no lines. This virtual environment has really taken off. People are really enjoying it, Terry. And I think your donors and guests that have participated in the past, and the people that we couldn't have participated in the past because they live in other parts of the country. I've already noticed. I mean, we've had 5 or 6 bidders so far that are from outside of the state.
Right. Right.
Oregon
and I want to encourage people to invite people.
Absolutely.
Anybody can attend this. Anybody can attend that. It has access to the internet. So all they have to do is go to our website, b17alliance.com, and
there.
And they can watch it. They can be part of it. They can learn about what we have to offer. And this is a really great opportunity to be virtual nationwide to build our following so that we get this bird in the air.
Yeah, absolutely.
We call it a bird sometimes. It's kind of fun.
Well, I've been wanting to do that, but I'm not quite that cool yet, right? Maybe being involved with
our flying fortress, fortress.
I've been practicing my flying fortress, if I can say that really fast. So, no, this is going to be just awesome, and we want to remind everybody b17alliance.com. That's the one address you need to know, and from there you can get to the event, the big Christmas gala. Will be taking place on Monday, and we're going to have just a wonderful, wonderful show. And tune in a little bit early. You'll see some great photos and some extra video. We have so much footage that we couldn't jam it all into the show. And what's neat about the format too, Terry, is this is an hour. It's not, it's not like having to get all dressed up and show up for 3 or 4 hours. And drive back and forth. So this is an hour-long program starting at 7 o'clock, and the bidding will go until 8 o'clock, except for those special 5 items that we close during the show itself. So anyhow, I'm not seeing any other questions, but if you have anything else to add or to encourage folks,
I'm all good. I just encourage people to show up and share. And just enjoy what we've worked pretty hard to make this entertaining and engaging and fun, and we're raising money for a really good cause. It's really important for a lot of reasons. And I believe that many of you know those reasons, but this plane needs to fly again. There's less than 10 in the world that can fly. Wow. And we have right here that we can do this with.
Yeah. How cool is that? So Gary, thanks so much for joining me tonight and allowing me to be a part of your big event. And we just, we look forward to it every Christmas. And what a great time to come together, even if it is virtually, folks. It's a great time to come together and share some Christmas cheer. And know we're making a difference in this world. So we appreciate you being here. Thank you so incredibly, incredibly much. And we'll look forward to seeing you on Monday.
Great.
Thank you, Terry.
See you, everybody. Bye.
Right, bye-bye. Good night.